Hello guys, it's time for reaction of this Grimdark reading, the month of Macabre. I can see you. My Little Pony Grimdark reading. It is 8 minutes and 58 seconds. What is this going to be about? I don't know.
Oh, come on!
I don't know, Sweetie Belle. I just don't know. Anyway, let's get this reaction started in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, that music and the head movement. Oh. The doors open into blackness with a month of Macabre dripping blood. 2016. Oh, that music. Nice crickets in the background. Oof!
Apple Bloom laid in her bed. She tried to stay as still as possible. A few seconds ago, she was awoken by a sound. Something was moving in her room. It sounded like some sort of scraping, as if claws were dragged against wood.
Oh, dear.
She wanted to get up and look to see what made the odd noise, but the more she thought about it, the less that option seemed like the safest choice. Now, she doesn't dare move. Quickly, she glanced at the clock on the table beside her. It was midnight. Big Mac and Granny Smith were at the doctor's office that night.
Sorry.
Big Mac thought he had sprained something while bucking apples and had gone to get it checked. They had left a few hours ago and would probably be gone all night.
All night?
Her sister had volunteered to stay to take care of her, so maybe Applejack had made the noise. She could have gotten up, maybe to check on something outside or to get a snack.
Still covering over that shop.
The noise could possibly have been Winona, her dog. But there was one problem to that thought. Winona was currently at Fluttershy's cottage because she had gotten sick the day before. Fluttershy, being the kind nurse she was,
how did the dog get sick actually? How did Merlo got sick then?
Why would the noise have sounded so different?
Loud.
She needed to find out what it was.
Is that a good idea?
But she didn't exactly know how without getting out of her bed. This was currently not an option, so the best thing would be to just sit and wait.
Sit and wait.
A few minutes passed, and she didn't hear anything.
That's good, isn't it?
Maybe it left, or maybe it was waiting for her to fall asleep. There was no positive way to tell.
And why is she crying in the picture,
just let it stay there. Her family could be in trouble, and if she stayed where she was, then they would stay asleep. And maybe, if she didn't do anything, they would never wake up. A few more minutes passed, and she knew there was no other way.
It sounds like I'm in some doctor's office
turned her
here.
head to face her closet and
I'm
her doorway.
Colstein. Yeah.
She didn't see anything, but it was too dark to really tell.
Why are you crying?
A tear ran down her face,
Apple
and she peered back at the doorway.
Why are you
nervously.
sleeping?
She needed to see the edges of her room to make progress. She looked at the table beside her. Not only was her clock on it, but so was her lamp. She reached a trembling hoof over to the side of the bed and reached for her lamp. She leaned her body further to the edge of the bed to reach it. She felt her hoof touch the cold metal and quickly turned it on. She spun on her bed, and her gaze flew across the room. Despite what she had expected, everything seemed complete. There's something in the mirror. There was a black, shadowy figure that practically consumed the wall on the other side of the bed. It had small, beady red eyes with long, ravenous fangs dripping with saliva. And was that blood?
Am I hearing music in the background as well?
Apple Bloom blinked, and it had vanished. She scanned the room, and especially the wall beside her. It was as if nothing had happened, but she knew that wasn't true. She slowly slid out of her bed and opened a drawer in her table. After sifting through old newspaper pages she had kept and pictures of her family and friends, she found what she was looking for.
What was she looking for?
She pulled out an old kerosene lantern along with a bottle of oil and closed the drawer.
Come
Never
She
trust
blew the dust
a
off
filly
of
with
it
with
and filled the
lighter
lantern with
fluid
fuel.
or even matches.
She quickly lit the lamp and took its handle into her mouth.
That sounds dangerous,
Slowly,
man.
she walked over to the door and glanced out at the hallway. On her right were the stairs that led to the living room, and to her left was a dark hallway that led to her family's rooms. She stepped outside of her room and heard a deafening crack, glass shattering. Suddenly, all of the light in her room expired. She was plunged
It's a
into
poker
darkness
dice,
with nothing but her
I
faint
think.
lantern light to illuminate her surroundings. She rolled around to face her
Or
room.
noisy spirit.
She bit down hard on the lantern's handle to stop from screaming. Her lamp was in pieces on the floor. It looked as if the light bulb inside it had erupted. She needed to get her family awake, and fast. She left her room and stepped into the hallway.
Well, Applejack's out,
She
yeah?
walked timidly forward
Or
until
Big
she
Mac-
found a
Big-
door
Big
to her
Mac is
left.
out.
Applebloom let out a small sigh of relief as she lifted her hoof to open her sister's door. However, the door creaked open before she could even touch it. Gently,
That sounds
she
spooky,
pushed the
man.
door
Man,
wide
I've got a
open
little
enough to step in. She yelled out her
doors
sister's
open on
name in the
itself.
murky
This is like a
blackness of the
classic
room.
haunting.
She stepped into the room with fear and over to her sister's bed. She saw Applejack laying in her bed, abnormally still.
Still,
No breathing could be heard besides her
She
own
dead?
panicked breath. She was laying on her side, facing away from Applebloom. She slowly laid a hoof on Applejack's shoulder. Her body was terribly cold. She lightly shook her, yet her sister did not respond.
she's dead.
Her hoof began to shake as a shiver
She's
began to take hold of
dead.
her. She gently turned Applejack over to face her. Applebloom let out an ear-piercing wail and barely kept the lantern in her mouth as she backed away from the bed.
Oh dear, what's it look
Applejack
like?
had
Come
a
on.
deep gash running down her forehead to her muzzle,
Ugh.
and blood was pooling around her body.
Come on!
Her jaw was completely dislocated and
Ugh.
hung freely from her skull. Applebloom bolted out of the room and ran down the hallway to the stairs. Once she made it into the living room, she sprinted to the door. She attempted to turn the doorknob, but it wouldn't budge.
This is from another point of view. It's not comic.
Applebloom cried out for help desperately and begged for
It is
the door
not-
to open.
Ugh, I
The
can't
door
explain
remained
it.
locked all the same. She
It's like
rushed
a
up to her
third
room and opened
person
the
view.
window.
First
She
pony
fiercely
view.
tried to pry it open, but it too remained tightly shut. She turned around, preparing to sprint to the other rooms, but the door slammed shut and locked. She began to sob. She started frantically searching the room for anything that could possibly help, but she found nothing.
Oh dear.
She slowly walked over and sat down on her bed. Her sobs shook her body, and she wished it was all just a nightmare. The small flame
It's
inside
real,
her
Applebloom.
lantern went out, and
It's
she
real.
knew she was terribly wrong. She was too late. The young filly sat in the darkness of her room, a dead lantern beside her. Her sister gone forever, and the rest of her family blissfully ignorant of the horror inside their home.
What
The
is
filly
it though?
glanced at the
What is
clock on her
actually?
bedside table. It had stopped ticking and was forever stuck at midnight. She sighed in defeat and turned her sorrowful gaze toward the darkness inside her open closet. The darkness gazed back and grinned.
The darkness grins. Shit! Well, you're dead, Applebloom, aren't you? You're fucking dead now. You're dead. You're swimming along with the apple fairies. Okay, my verdict. Way that door fucking slammed, or fucking you know what. I went through the fucking roof. Fucking I went through the roof. Oh, I wasn't expecting that bang.
Come on!
Oh, fuck off, sweetie Belle. This sounds like a classic haunting. I don't know if there's a like a horror movie reference or expired like American Horror Story. Never seen it. Just know the name of it. Where where in the story it says it's in a dark sweet bell, a dark shadow climbing across the mirror. That's a bit similar to scribing. I can't remember. Did she turn the light on when she saw the shadow? She'd have to do. Because you can't see a shadow. Don't turn the light on. Applejack's dead. What about Granny Smith actually? Where does Granny Smith fit into all this? Is she dead too? Is Big Back technically dead as well? And what the fuck he's gonna do? What is he gonna do when he? What the fuck is he gonna do when he comes back in? I don't know. Well, this was a short reading, only 8 minutes and so. A good reading. I do like the art. The artwork was quite good. Yes, Sweetie Belle, she's dead. Get over it. Yes, the artwork is good. Yes, I can't think anything else to say. I do. It was a lot of jump scares in that one for me.
Oh, come on!
Oh, for goodness sake, Sweetie Belle. See you next time. Bye bye.